Did someone hurt you and didn't even bother to apologize? And you're just sitting there waiting around and wondering how on earth you manifest a resolution to this. Today, we're going to be taking a deep dive on how to manifest an apology from someone who has hurt you. Now, this can be a friend, family member, romantic partner, crush, pretty much anyone, someone you work with, anyone who has hurt you, wronged you. You want an apology. You can, in fact, manifest it. I'm going to show you a clear cut, fail proof way of doing it. We're basically going to explore how the power of manifestation can transform all of your relationships and bring about a resolution to even the worst problems, even these problems that you think have no solution. And I want you to know that this works for everyone. Circumstances do not matter. They don't matter at all because everything starts from within. So if you change what's happening inside of you, the world is going to have to reflect a new mirror image. You're going to get a new result, including this apology. It works every single time. If you're ready to finally learn how to experience your wildest dreams and more, make sure to hit that subscribe button and check out my website, dreamlifebyveronica.com, if you'd like my personal mentorship to help you along the way on your manifesting journey. So, when we talk about manifesting this apology, it is so important to understand that the circumstances do not matter. The individuals involved don't dictate the effectiveness of this technique. It doesn't matter how bad they hurt you or how stubborn they are or how unlikely you think this seems, it can still happen. Manifestation is a universal principle that operates beyond external factors because everything starts from within. When you have a situation where you have been hurt by someone close to you, like a falling out with a best friend, disagreement with a family member, an argument with your romantic partner, maybe the person you're dating, well, the pain and emotional turmoil, it can be overwhelming. But when you remember that everything starts from within, so nothing is off limits. You basically manifested the situation where this pain occurred, obviously unknowingly. You didn't do it on purpose. But now we are going to deliberately manifest and take control of the healing process and manifest that apology. Because I'm sure right now that you want nothing more than to have this person say they're sorry, genuinely feel bad for what happened. You want them to basically beg your forgiveness. And you have all of the tools within you, all of the power, because everything starts from within. Life is simply a mirror of what is going on inside. So the more you hold on to the hurt, the more you replay the conditions that led up to this, the more you perpetuate it. The beauty of manifestation lies in its versatility because it works across a spectrum of relationships and situations. Again, nothing is off limits. So, whether you're trying to resolve something recent, or maybe this is an unresolved issue from the past, maybe it's even 10 years. 10 years have gone by, and this has been hurting you all of this time. Well, I want you to know that the power is within you to, in fact, fix it. And in fact, the apology will only come from your belief within its possibility. If you continue to believe this person does not care and it'll never get better, then what do you think life is going to reflect back to you? Life is simply a carbon copy, a mirror image, a duplication of what your belief system is, what you think is true in your life, what your story is. So whether or not someone hurt you, you manifested it. Whether or not someone makes it up to you, you manifested it. There is no scenario that could occur where you didn't manifest it. And it is really important to remember. So when you take charge, you take control, and you decide to manifest this apology. It isn't a fake apology that you force them to do. You didn't override their free will to make them do something they never would have done otherwise. If someone has apologized to you before in the past, it's because you felt it was possible. or you felt you deserved it, or you were just in the mentality of things are going to be okay, things are going to work out. And we make these assumptions all of the time without even realizing it. We're constantly writing out our future without even realizing we're doing it. We're silently sending out this blueprint, this mold of what will come. And that's why it's so important to take charge of your destiny, and you could do it right now. So let's consider a few examples because I want to illustrate the effectiveness of manifesting an apology. I want you to get sort of amped up at the idea of this. So I want you to imagine a friend who has betrayed your trust. When you shift your internal focus and you align your belief system with the desired outcome, you will, in fact, manifest a sincere apology and a renewed sense of trust within your friendship. It'll happen by default. There's no luck at play. There's no maybe this is going to happen. Like it'll happen every single time. Another good example is a strained family relationship. So, when you manifest an apology within this, it can pave the way for forgiveness and a harmonious reunion. And when you release negative emotions associated with past hurts, and you hold on to this belief that reconciliation is possible, you will open the door for healing and renewed connections. Every possibility exists in this world. You may have heard that creation is finished. You're simply shifting to a state where this is your outcome. It's like you're unveiling it. It was always there. The possibility for this was always there. It isn't something that you pulled out of thin air. It isn't something you created out of nothing. It was always there. You just shifted into a state where this was now your experience. This was now your outcome. And anyone can do this. And I want to stress that enough. I don't care what your circumstances are. Anyone can do this. Now, probably the biggest one, manifesting an apology in romantic situations. Because when there's a breakdown in communication or unresolved conflicts, things can appear overwhelming and you may be consumed with the hurt. But when you empower yourself by taking control of the situation and taking control of your thought process, your feelings, deliberately choosing your emotions associated with this, you're going to lay down the foundation for deeper intimacy and a renewed sense of love. You're going to welcome in all of the things that you're missing right now. So you may be asking yourself, how on earth can anyone manifest an apology in any situation? How does this work for everyone? And how are you so confident that it'll work for me? Well, the answer is in the fundamental principles of manifestation. Power of belief, intention, alignment. When you align your thoughts, emotions, and belief with a particular outcome, you will always receive it. You will always attract the circumstances and actions that lead to the manifestation of your intention. We're doing this all of the time already. You've been doing this your whole life. You just didn't realize you were. Now, it's important to remember that your circumstances will always appear overwhelming to you because you're emotionally within the situation. If you explained your situation to me, I would say, well, that's a no brainer. You can manifest the apology, no problem. But that's because I'm not emotionally tied up into it. So I would challenge yourself to try to take a step back from all of these overwhelming emotions and look to the basic principles of life experience and how everything is stemming from the inner, what is happening inside of you is attracting, it's repelling, it's allowing, it's unveiling, it's pushing things away, it's creating what you're going to experience. And you can simply create the outcome you desire within this relationship. And that's why I am 100% confident that if you take these instructions to heart, you will in fact manifest this apology and it can work in any relationship. It's important to remember that manifesting an apology is not about manipulating this person or forcing them to do something against their free will, but rather it's about shifting your energy, shifting your feelings, changing you. When you change yourself, everyone in your world reacts accordingly. They will respond differently because they will feel something new from within you and they will be compelled to take new actions, take a new result. You will literally create a space where resolution and understanding can actually occur. Like right now, you're not in a space to experience that because you're probably controlled by these overwhelming emotions of hurt. You're replaying the sadness in your mind, replaying the argument, replaying the ways that they hurt you, and probably even imagining them not even caring. And if it's a romantic argument, maybe you're imagining them they've already moved on with someone else and they don't care. They're not sorry and they're happier having hurt you. But basically that's setting up you to be in alignment with never receiving this apology. All we need to do is shift it and your results will shift accordingly. So when you embody the qualities of forgiveness, compassion, having an open heart, expansion in your mind and soul, you will become a magnet for experiences that align with these ideas and a genuine apology from their heart. I want you to apply this to anyone and everyone that has ever hurt you, things that are bugging you inside. Decide that there's going to be a good resolution instead of unresolved hurt, because this will empower you to release past pain, heal wounds, restore harmony in otherwise broken situations. But you need to keep in mind that circumstances do not dictate the effectiveness of manifestation. The circumstances do not matter. What matters is your internal belief system and your energetic alignment that will pave the way for this transformation. Now, whenever there is an argument or hurt has happened, tend to fixate on this moment. Replay it in our minds in all different ways. You may even find yourself like arguing, standing up for yourself, trying to prove your point, why it was wrong that they hurt you. All of these painful memories, these emotions going wild. You feel anger, resentment. It's hard to imagine this person in any other way, in a good way. It's hard to imagine them having compassion of any kind. Like I said before, you may even imagine them taking pleasure in your suffering. And basically these thoughts and emotions will amplify if you aren't aware. If you aren't paying attention, you'll be consumed by this. And these negative thoughts will capture all of your attention and create a cycle of pain that will just keep you trapped in the past and make you bitter and resentful. Now, I'm not saying that you're not allowed to feel any of this, but to have it overwhelm you and have it control you and have it monopolize every single moment of your time, that's what I'm referring to. You don't want to do that. Instead, you want to give more attention, more focus, more of your good emotions because you can only think of one thing at a time. You can only give your deep emotions to one thing at a time. How often are you giving your good emotions to the result that you actually want? In order to manifest an apology and experience true healing, you have to shift your focus. You have to be ready to let go of the pain. You have to promise yourself, I'm not going to keep replaying this in my mind. Like, what is it doing for you? It's not doing any good. It's probably just draining the life out of you. So, redirecting this energy in a conscious way towards the possibility, start with the possibility because imagining this person just begging for your forgiveness right now probably seems completely ludicrous. Well, let's start with the possibility that this person that hurt you could actually want to make amends and can actually seek out your forgiveness. It's possible. So, get your foot in the door that way. And then ask yourself honestly, how much attention are you giving the hurt, the anger, the negative scenarios that you create in your mind. I mean, if this person has hurt you, you may have even invented ways that they could additionally hurt you. And maybe you think about those too. But how often are you thinking about the idea of them begging for your forgiveness? You may have not even thought of it once. Compare that to how often you replay the painful memories and entertain thoughts that reinforce this idea of you being a victim. When you start to become aware of your patterns of thought, you can consciously choose to redirect your attention. Instead of fixating on negatives, we're going to choose to focus on healing, comfort, compassion, and the possibility of something different happening. And this person actually wanting to do this. So I want you to begin to contemplate the idea that this person that hurt you actually wants to give you an apology. Even if you think that this is crazy, say, well, what if? What if this has crossed their mind actually once? Because you don't actually know. You don't know for sure. We're not in each other's minds. So maybe they have felt bad and just didn't tell you. It is possible. You need to disrupt the rhythm of what you've been currently doing if you want to receive a different result. And I know how badly you probably do. So, again, contemplating the idea that something different could happen does not deny the pain, it does not condone what they did, it's not invalidating your emotions. Instead, it's allowing space for the possibility of growth and transformation within the relationship. It's allowing you to break free from the patterns you've been existing in so that we can then pave way for something much better to occur. So, as we shift our focus towards healing, we create a mental and emotional environment that supports manifestation of what you actually want. As you begin to imagine scenarios where this person genuinely recognizes their actions, seeks your forgiveness, and offers a sincere apology. How many times have you done that right now? Ask yourself throughout the day, the last 24 hours, how many times did you passionately think up something like that? Probably not even once, not even for a half a second. When you shift your attention to the positive aspects of a situation, you're going to open yourself up to the energy of healing. You will become a magnet for it. And resolution, like, isn't that what you want? Why wouldn't you choose this? When you visualize the relief, so how good it would feel to receive this, how it would make you feel so much lighter in the release that comes with accepting this apology, mending the wounds, restoring the trust. Like, those are brilliant emotions. Now, it's important to remember that this shift in focus is not about placing expectations on the other person or clinging to a specific outcome. We're just coming up with hypotheticals that feel so much better. So, we're creating a mindset that is conducive to healing and allowing the universe to bring about the best possible resolution. So, you're sort of giving it up to God, you're surrendering the house, but you're offering possibilities. And we're basically just generating emotions by thinking of these hypotheticals. So we're generating emotions of relief, satiation, safety, probably the exact opposite of what you have been feeling. So during this process, you're going to reclaim your power, which has been there all along. You just didn't realize you had any power in this situation. And you're going to choose deliberately where to direct your attention. Dwelling on negative thoughts only perpetuates your pain. But when you focus on healing and forgiveness, it will create the space for transformation. By consciously shifting your attention towards positive outcomes, you're going to pave the way for the transformation and invite life to bring about this healing and resolution in the most brilliant way possible. Now, one powerful technique is to imagine the situation from the perspective of the person who hurt you. So you're basically going to put yourself in their shoes, try to understand their emotions and motivations, visualize the realization of the impact their actions had on you, and basically their sincere desire to make amends. And by cultivating empathy and compassion, you're going to open the door for healing and allow space for the manifestation of a genuine apology. Now, it's interesting because you may have been imagining from their point of view, but instead of imagining what I just described, maybe you're imagining them happy at nighttime, glad that you're out of their life, glad that they're with someone new, thinking about how this new person is so much better and how they don't even care that they hurt you. They're glad that they hurt you and they think they're right. But that's going to continue to have the cycle be never ending. If you can, even for 1 second, drop that story of them taking pleasure in your pain and instead just imagine one time that they feel bad about what they did and they want to be a good person. They want to do right by you. They want to do the right thing. And then you just let it be. You'll be shocked at how fast this works. Now, another really helpful exercise that you can do is to create a dialogue or script. You can write it down of what the person who hurt you could say in their apology. Write down the exact words in their own tone of speech, using their personality, focusing on sincerity, remorse, understanding, all that good stuff. You can imagine their voice, the tone that they would use, the body language as they kind of express their genuine regret and seek out your forgiveness and try to beg for it in all different sorts of ways. And by scripting this out, you can write it down physically with a pen and paper, type it somewhere, speak it out loud, whatever feels right to you. You're basically going to become a magnetic match to this desired outcome. And all this is going to do is create the energy of feeling that it's real, it's happening, it's yours, it's part of who you are. You could also visualize sharing the fact that you got this apology with someone else, someone that you trust. Maybe you've told all of your friends how this person hurt you, but what about telling all of your friends about how this person made it up to you? So, imagining this in your mind, or you could script it out, telling a friend or a loved one about the apology you received, feeling the sense of relief within that, satisfaction, joy, as you kind of describe the words that they used, how heartfelt they were, how they really meant it. This kind of visualization can amplify the feelings of it being real and generate emotions by default. Can strengthen your belief system in the idea that this can actually happen. Now, to deepen this experience, you can kind of engage all of your senses. You can close your eyes if you like. Imagine the scene as vividly as you can. Don't stress yourself out about it. Whatever sensations come to mind, just kind of roll with it. And you can imagine being with this person and feeling the weight of their hand on your shoulder as they apologize. Hear the sincerity in their voice. See the warmth in their eyes. These are all things that you could engage in. And by allowing your senses to really take hold of this, it becomes more immersive, intensifies it, the emotional impact, and it makes it feel more real. It makes it feel more like it's at one with you and it's inevitable. And you'll actually feel like you already have it to the point where it's like, well, I've already experienced this inside. I don't even really need it. When you get to that point, you know that it's coming. It's very, very close. Now, you can do any of these techniques, make up ones of your own. These are just general ideas of how to get into the feeling of making it feel so real that, like I said, it'll almost feel like you don't even need it. And it's not that you have to feel like you don't need it in order to experience it, but the more basic, average, easy you can make it, the faster it'll come. Now, it's really important to cultivate a sense of relief and satisfaction within yourself when you visualize the moment of receiving the apology and the weight of the world being lifted off of your shoulders. Like, that's the best part. You feel weightless. I want you to embrace the release of negative emotions. Like, they'll just all be gone. All the anger will be gone. Allow yourself to fully experience this. Don't wait to experience it till it actually happens, because if you have that mindset, like, you're never going to experience it. You have to experience it within first. Everything that's happening within is going to happen in the screen of space of your life, the world of Caesar, as Neville Goddard would say. But I want you to fully experience the healing and the closure that comes with this and the forgiveness. Be ready to forgive. Maybe when you're ready to forgive, that's when it will actually happen. I want you to feel the total relief and satisfaction within you as you further align yourself, the manifestation of a genuine apology. Now, again, the techniques that I described, they're just models. Feel free to adapt them, create your own. Whatever process resonates with you, don't allow this type of thing to monopolize all of your time. But when this person comes to mind and the hurt comes to mind, the key is to immerse yourself within this experience of healing. Truly believe it's possible for you, that a heartfelt apology can, in fact, exist. Explore it in your mind. Trust in the power within to manifest miracles and the transformative impact it will have on all of your relationships and your well-being all around. Now, it's important to practice patience and non-attachment when trying to manifest this apology. So it's really crucial not to take any physical actions. Kind of like, definitely don't go on social media in an attempt to prompt or force an apology or make this person feel bad. Instead, I want to encourage you to embrace the mindset of trust and surrender, allowing this apology to unfold naturally. It's essential to resist the temptation to take physical actions that could push away this apology or manipulate the situation. Begging, pleading, confronting the person who hurt you will only exasperate the situation, the tension, further distance the possibility of a genuine apology. Now, this doesn't mean to not speak your piece, but I am assuming this doesn't mean to silence your voice, but I am assuming that the incident that occurred already happened. If there's more that you need to say in order to get it off of your chest, do it now, then manifest the apology. But you need to leave this person alone. Like, you cannot bug them, nag them, try to make them feel bad, do things to try to get their attention, have your sister tell them what they did was wrong and that they should apologize to you. It's not going to work. So, as I said before, social media as a means to get their attention or revisit the hurtful moment will not lead to the desired outcome you want. It's important to remember that manifesting is an internal journey, not an external one. It will require deep trust within the natural flow of events and the power within you to orchestrate the circumstances that will lead to the resolution. It will require your belief and your trust that it is possible. So instead of fixating on this apology, trying to force it, just let things be. Surrender to the process and trust in the inherent power of manifestation. You're manifesting all the time already. So when the thoughts of hurt or the desired apology come to mind, acknowledge them without dwelling on them. Allow them to pass by with the understanding that the apology is inevitable and already on its way. This is basically what letting go is. It's not forcing yourself not to think about it, but it's feeling peace when it comes to mind. Now, practicing non interference means releasing the need to control the timeline or the specific manner in which the apology unfolds. And when you detach from this outcome, you create a space of freedom and openness that allows the manifestation to flow naturally. This doesn't mean that you're giving up or you're being passive. It means to find a balance between intention and surrender. I want you to embrace the belief that the universe is working behind the scenes, Life is on your side, aligning the necessary circumstances and energies to bring about the apology. Trust that the person who hurt you will come to a point of realization and genuine remorse, and that the apology will happen in its own perfect timing. Now, while waiting for this apology, I want you to focus your energy on nurturing your own healing and growth. Engage in self care, explore personal development, cultivate a sense of inner peace, work on self love. By redirecting your attention towards your own well being, you not only strengthen yourself, but also create a positive, energetic environment for the manifestation of this apology you want so badly. Now, practicing forgiveness and self empowerment on this journey is so vital because when we hold on to anger, resentment, and need this apology for dear life, we're giving our own power away. When you manifest an apology, it becomes an opportunity for personal growth, learning things about yourself you never would have otherwise. Self empowerment through the practice of forgiveness. Forgiveness is not about condoning the actions of the person that hurt you or forgetting the pain that they caused, but rather it's about releasing the grip that the past has on you and freeing yourself from the burden of carrying that pain and resentment. By forgiving, you reclaim your power and open yourself up to new possibilities and outcomes in life. To cultivate forgiveness, start by acknowledging your pain and allowing yourself to fully experience the emotions associated with the hurt. Don't suppress them. Give yourself permission to process the emotions that may arise. This is okay. This is good. It's important to honor your own healing journey before embarking on the path of forgiveness. Now, once you have acknowledged your pain, shift your focus to the present moment. Recognize that holding on to anger and resentment only perpetuates your own suffering. Choose to release these emotions, not for the sake of the person who hurt you, but for your own well being. Self compassion plays a vital role in the forgiveness process. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding as you navigate the path towards forgiveness. Remember, forgiveness is a personal journey, and it does take time. So be patient with yourself and embrace this process at your own pace. Now, visualization exercises can aid in the forgiveness process. You could picture yourself in a serene and peaceful environment. Imagine releasing the emotional baggage associated with the hurt. Visualize yourself stepping into a future filled with joy, freedom, and emotional liberation. This practice allows you to align your energy with forgiveness and let go of the past and the hold it has over you. Forgiveness does not necessarily require direct interaction with the person who hurt you. So you can forgive from a distance, freeing yourself from the emotional burden without engaging in further conflict or opening yourself up to potential harm. As you cultivate forgiveness within you, you reclaim your power and create a harmonious space for resolution, for manifesting that apology. But remember that forgiveness is not dependent on receiving this apology. It's about you, releasing the emotional ties that bind you, finding closure within yourself, and moving forward. By practicing forgiveness and self empowerment, you transform the manifestation journey from one of seeking validation and external resolution to a process of inner growth and personal transformation. You become the architect of your own healing and the guardian of your own well being. Thank you for joining me today. I'd like to take a moment to express my heartfelt gratitude to all of you. If you've enjoyed these insights, please subscribe to Manifest Daily Miracles. I also encourage you to visit my website, dreamlifebyveronica.com, if you'd like me to personally help you on your manifesting journey. My mentorship does come as a bonus with any program that you enroll in. Until next time, may you continue to manifest daily miracles and embrace the extraordinary power within you. May all of your dreams come true. Have a beautiful and amazing day.